Yeah, I don't know what to say. It feels like my thoughts are getting edited, and I guess I don't guess I know, I've been really aggressive online. And I think that's just me acting out online, because I don't know how to be ardent or adamant in reality without the fear of disappointing others and getting a negative reaction. So I engage in activities that are, I don't even know how to describe it, Machiavellian in nature. I yeah, I've been, I think it stems from the fact that I've tried to be diplomatic, civil, and courteous, and things along those lines. And part of the male psyche, especially with testosterone, is to want or wish to be aggressive or even dominant at times. And being a better male, a beta male, I get frustrated at times. When I seize an opportunity, I go for it wholeheartedly, trying to compensate for the fact, that I have to spend the majority of my life in, acquiescence, to superior physical life forms. So when I feel as though I have entrapped or ensnared someone, I become persistent, and a lot of it's, just confabulation, storylines that would become fable in their own time. And, as to whether they're just something that engages mediocrity, I don't really know. I'm certainly mediocre. I'm not anything, outstanding or impressive. I don't have a really large IQ. And, I can be okay with that today. So learning to harness the power of others and not feel guilt or shame in respect to that, using people, and I think that's something that capitalism does. It's narcissism that abuses, so to blame industry or project I think it's anthropomorphism. I can't remember which one it is, where you project human qualities on a deity of some description. If capitalism was a god and you tried to blame human failings, upon a god, then, or even, something that's just a mechanism basically for humans to, I don't even know the correct word. Humans to employ to get a need met. And then all the knee-jerk reactions, when things go pear-shaped. The guilt shifting and the blaming. I've got a lot of admiration for politicians these days, because, they have to weather these storms, so, it's no wonder I lead a pretty isolated existence, because, I can't have very in-depth or involved conversations in respect to this. It's just something that you witness in everyday affairs, and, you can ascertain. But, you got someone that's virulent, with emotional distress, then generally what they express is distortion, and that makes me convoluted. I take it on board and make it my own, and, I don't want to do that anymore. It's too taxing. The end result of that was slipping into psychosis. So, and I've only really had to establish boundaries, because it was a way of self-preservating my sanity. And, yeah, it can be really, really, really tedious at times. And I guess, what I'm experiencing at the moment is, that I feel my life is quite maudlin, and engaging in Machiavellian activities is a way of producing endorphins, so to speak. As my anxiety and stress levels rise, I smoke more cigarettes and indulge in more caffeine and sugar, and end up hyperglycemic. And that's not a very nice thing to experience, but I can't seem to break the habit. And physically, I'm starting to decay, as a result of these habits. And, mentally I'm doing okay, but the body has taken a real hammering. So, it's good to be aware, but, as I'm aging, the more restrictions I'm putting on others about, what it is that I will entertain. Usually I'm just being passive and tolerant. And I thought that was a bad thing. I thought I had to be full of vigor and vitality and energy and full of enthusiasm. But I usually only find those things, when I slip into primitivity and libido gets aroused, and I want to engage in capitalistic strategies, or I employ capitalistic strategies. It's not like I'm astute in these affairs. I just get a sense that these are the things that I need to employ if I wish to maintain my integrity and sanity. So it's been a long haul. Okay, signing off now. Cheerio.